Come back. The gallop is about to start with three of the big stars from Paul Nicholls' stable. Kauto Star, you can see there, he's familiar. The white face was Big Bucks and Parrain as well. Ruby on Kauto Star. Harry Skelton on Big Bucks and Daryl Jacob riding Parrain.
Yeah, I think now we've got to correct that. We've got 2 stars and 1 potential star.
Okay.
I don't think the stars come any brighter than Big Bucks. And Kauto Star, well, he needs no introduction.
There was a really good piece in it was a pull-out supplement in the Racing Post today. I don't know whether you saw that, talking about the season ahead, saying we've got to celebrate old age, or not, the older stars, and someone like Kauto Star. They won't be around forever, and it's just great to have him with us.
It certainly is. Now, we're just looking at them here on your screen. I assume you're getting the same shots as we are here. Now, Ruby Walsh is on the left as you see them on your screen, and he is riding Kauto Star. The horse in the middle is Harry Skelton on Big Bucks, and the horse on the right is Parrain, and that is Daryl Jacob. I'd like to say that the one's in white, one's in red, and one's in yellow, but they're all in black.
Well, it's good, but they just, we're not confused. That's the main thing. And you've ridden in many of these post-race gallops, and what do they tell you?
Well, they don't tell you an awful lot, only the fact that a horse is well, and that's really, I just had a quick word with Paul, and he said, it's just want to bring Kauto Star here and just remind him of what he is. And it's amazing. You see a horse like him, he's been there, done it, got the T-shirt, he's done everything. But yet you see him prick his ears when he gets a crowd because, I think this horse knows he's a good horse.
I think he probably, if he doesn't know by now, he's never going to learn. It'll be fantastic, and they'll be off and running, and they'll just do a bit of it. Well, we don't quite know what
they're not going to do too much with them. I had a word with Paul, and he said, look, it's all about just putting fine-tuning on Parrain. He said, we're not going to teach him anything now at this stage. It's not too long to go before next week. So really, it's just a day out for these horses. But it's amazing the amount of people and the interest that these horses have created, because they've won so many races between them.
Such is the pulling power, as you say, of 2 stars and 1 potential star. Parrain is a very, very exciting horse indeed. But I'd say, most people have still stayed. But anyway, they're off and running as
These 3 superstars. Obviously, we all know Kauto Star with a white face there, Ruby Walsh. And Parrain upsides him with Daryl Jacob, and sitting in behind, stalking as he likes to do. That's Big Bucks. For those of you who went down to the pre-parade ring, all horses look in fantastic condition. They're intended targets. I just had a word with Dan Skelton, Paul Nicholls' assistant, and he was saying that Parrain's been prepped for the Paddy Power Gold Cup at the forthcoming Cheltenham meeting, whereas Big Bucks will take up his usual engagement and go to the long-distance hurdle at Newbury's Hennessy, whereas Kauto Star, who's plainly really loving the game on the outside there, taking a really strong grip, he's off to the Betfair Chase. So, make it long, all these horses enjoying themselves. Trainers looking a bit nervous, but horses certainly aren't. And you can see Kauto really, really enjoying himself, just coming down the hill. I think he thinks he should be going a bit quicker. But obviously it's not a serious workout. It's just nice for these horses when they're being trained at home. They enjoy coming to the races. It's just a change of scene for them. And as you can see, they're absolutely loving it at the moment. Real privilege to see a horse of Kauto Star's quality still enjoying himself. And Big Bucks at the back. Arguably the best, well, certainly the best staying hurdler I've ever seen. And I'm sure arguably the best staying hurdler there's ever been. Just counting along. And Parrain, very much a star of the future. You saw him win last year. Actually, when I saw him got beat, I couldn't believe it. But he's a horse who's got tremendous scope about him. Just watching him walk around the paddock as well. He's a beautiful looking horse. He's so well put together. And you can see them just making their way along on that far side. Fantastic, isn't it? How much enthusiasm that Kauto Star maintains. You wouldn't know that he's getting on in years, but He's still as good a chaser as we've probably got in the country, and certainly wouldn't be going riding off his mind anyway. But just see they're making the way. As you can see, just having a look, Ruby's just had a look across there. Can't we go any quicker? My arms are aching. Just make their way into the back straight. Look at Big Bucks. He's thinking, I know I can get past them if I want to. So just turning it to straight now. You can see, look, instinctively Big Bucks wants to quicken up and get in behind those two. And this will have done them a lot of good. It's as much about coming to the races, getting on the lorry, doing something different, tighten these horses up. Paul will know exactly where they are as far as fitness, and I'm sure it's brilliant of him to actually bring them here so that we can all see these horses. See him just quickening up that little bit. Big Bucks just coming up in between the two. And wonderful sight to see these fantastic horses just making their way up to the finishing line. All three upsides. Fantastic. Give them a round of applause. Congratulations, absolutely fantastic.
Synchronised riding display. They finished exactly upsides, didn't they, as they've come past. Parrain, he'll be in action in the Paddy Power and looks cherry ripe for that. How effortlessly does Big Bucks cover the ground, though? Absolutely unbelievable. He just doesn't look like he's in second gear, never mind third or fourth gear, and easily able to go with Kauto and Parrain and to come on terms with them very, very quickly indeed. There's nothing around that will live with him, is there? Big Bucks extraordinary. Now, whilst we were enjoying that, Paul Nicholls was trying to concentrate on the workout, but unfortunately Robert interrupted him.
Hi, Paul. Isn't it the pulling power of these fantastic horses, but so many people have stayed behind to watch is marvellous.
Yeah, that's great. And it's, Kauto's there full of enthusiasm, travelling like a demon, and it's good for them a day out like this. Big Bucks can win, and it's ideal.
And the general idea is just to give them a day out taste.
Yeah, exactly. And just see him in Kauto, and really pleased to see Kauto going. It's nice. The idea is they're going to try and finish in the line together. Look.
It's great. I mean, we've got to remember. I was just talking to Mick Fitz about the pull-out supplement in the Racing Post today. We've got to celebrate these stars while they're here.
Exactly. And there's all this about people saying Kauto should be retired. Yeah, be retired one day. But remember, when he's retired, you won't get a chance to see him. And he absolutely adores what he's doing. He loves being in training. He loves the life, and it'll be. I'm quite sure if you asked him in 5 years' time what he'd rather be doing, he'd give you the right answer. And as we've said before, we're not going to abuse him. We won't ask him to do anything he's not capable of. And a couple of runs, same for him in Denman, and see what happens.
And Parrain is the potential star.
There's a lot of hype about him. I mean, listen, he got beat the last day. He ran off. Aintree, he's only a 5-year-old, could improve, and he runs next week in the Paddy Power Gold Cup, and then we'll know a lot more after that.
Sam Winner okay after that slither?
Yeah, I was really embarrassing. I don't like seeing mine jump like that, but he's never been in front in his life before, and always running a fast, and I think he slipped early on and never jumped at all, and then he slipped to the last. And Exeter's done a wonderful job to get racing on here because of the weather and the autumn, but I just think probably we'd have been better with a bit more cut in the ground. It wouldn't have been as slippery, and I think today on the chase track hasn't been easy for any horses, as we've seen.
Thanks, Paul. Great to talk.
Not at all.
Thanks.